Think back to your first basket. Do you remember when that was?
Yeah, I do. It was at the Zane Trace Tip-Off Classic. Played Burn Union. It was on the far rim when you walk in. It was a little bank shot on the left side of the backboard. I was like, wow, I can't believe it. It was a great feeling. Then, my last basket was my 1,755th point, and I'm like, wow, I can't believe how far I've came.
I watched you during the standing ovation and everything. How uncomfortable was that? You just wanted that ball back in your hands.
I mean, I thought the free throw was my record-breaking point. I didn't know the basket was my record-breaking point. So I was like, give me the ball. I want to hurry up and break it. I'm getting nervous as I'm just waiting. And I was like, oh, I just found out, and I just started clapping with everybody else as soon as I actually realized.
Well, what did the kid from Northwest go out and say to you?
He said congrats and good game and good luck for the rest of the tournament. And they all gave me a pat on the back when we were shaking hands at the end of the game.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, it is.
He's the gentle giant, 6'11", Dylan Swingle. He's left the scoring marks of Payne Valley's John Shoemaker, SVC leader Matt Combs, and Ross County's all-time leader Humpty Hitchens in his wake. But as Bearcats coach Dave Shoemaker explains, there's much more to the big fella.
I've known Dylan since he was in 5th grade, and we've gotten to know each other. We've spent hours and hours together in cars, going to AAU tournaments and summer league games and West Virginia to camp, and spent a lot of one-on-one time together, and our relationship goes way past basketball. We talk about really everything a father and son would talk about, and he's a friend. He's a good friend of mine, and I expect that friendship to last a lifetime. We're about as close as a player and a coach could ever be. I can't imagine being closer to a player.
My dad's been out of my life since I was like 6 years old, and my mom had been divorced, and I was like 4th, 5th grade, and he really started subbing around here more, and I started seeing him more, and our relationship grew. He would work out with me, and he would just help me on my game, and then even that he would help me with girl problems I had or just schoolwork I had or anything. He was just always there for me.
When did you see it starting to click? I can buy into everything he's telling me.
I mean, it's just I knew for so long. I just automatically it's like I grew up knowing just to trust him. My mom knew him for a while before that too, and she trusted him, and I just knew he seemed like a great guy, and he is a great guy.
You guys have logged a lot of miles together, a lot of hours together. When you head off to college, you're going to miss some of that.
Yeah, I will. It's a great relationship between me and him, and I couldn't be more thankful.
What a week it's been. Breaking the SVC record, breaking the all-time record. I watched as you guys embraced after that. Soon you're going to have your final embrace as a high school coach. I know you probably don't want to think about it right now, but it's coming.
Yeah, and I'm going to get emotional talking about it. He knows how much I care about him, and I hate for that day to come, but at the same time, I know he's going to be on to better things and bigger things, and I want him to understand that this shouldn't be the highlight of his life. Although it's been great here, but he's going to go on to bigger and better things, and I can't wait to watch him achieve those things. And I'm going to follow him every step of the way.
Knowing they'll not have Swingle's size after this season, the Bearcats are prepared for the future. One of those in the mix is sophomore Bryce Newland.
Talk to me about what it's been like 2 years in practice with this guy.
Oh, it's been a real great and weird experience. He's one of my best friends, and we goof off a lot, but we also know when it's time to work, and it's just been an honor playing with him. He's a great player, best player in SVC history.
How different does it make having somebody that's not 6'2", 6'3"? I mean, that's about the extent of the height on most teams.
Yeah, it spreads out the floor. It helps everybody out. Even when he's not scoring, he's doing a bunch of things that people don't see that helps everyone else.
And when I watched the other night, so much focus was on Dylan defensively. It was basically 2 on 4 at that point. Does that help you as the rest of the team?
Yeah, it really helps us out. Like I said, he draws so much attention that it leaves all of us open, and we all play through him. So even when he's not scoring or doing all the cool dunks and stuff, he's really helping us out.
How do you see your future changing?
I think it's going to change a lot. It's going to be really weird walking into practice and not seeing him. And on the games, it's definitely going to make a difference because all the attention's not going to be drawn to him. It's going to be more to everybody else.
And even Swingle is convinced the future is bright for the Bearcats.
I have really high expectations for the group we already have here and the freshman class we'll have next year. Bryce, I believe his junior, senior year, he'll get player of the year. I mean, I think so highly of him. He can do it all on the floor. And then we have two great guards, Cruz and Caden Grubb. They've been improving so much lately, and I believe they'll be great. And then we've got some good freshmen coming up. And then PJ McAllister, he's been improving too. He'll be a good role player next year as well.
Oh yeah, we'll have a good team next year. It'll be different. Everything won't go, through the post like it does now. But yeah, Bryce Newland is a big kid. He doesn't look big when he's by Dillon, but he's 6'4", 220 himself, and that's pretty big for a high school kid. Bryce will be free to roam the paint and do his thing around the three-point line, and our guards will be a little free to run and get the ball and push it a little bit. So yeah, we'll be a good team again next year.